Okay, finally we start to chapter 23. Chapter 23 talk about the death of Sarah. And Sarah, the time she's 127. Think when she gave birth to Isaac, she's 90 some. So that time Isaac is 37. Uh, it's about 10 years after Abraham bring Isaac to the Moriah ready to sacrifice him. So I think within these 10 years, Sarah is suffering. Because why? Because his husband lied to him, right? And his son, his joyful son, will be sacrificed. He has no idea, and it's so surprised. So she's live under such like a depression. I highly believe that. Also think about it. Usually women has a longevity than men, right? But Sarah died in front of Abraham. Well, you can say like because she's pregnant, 90 years old, so it's ruining, damage her body, whatever. It's a possible, but I still think the depression adds the fact to her life. You know, that's my hypothesis. Okay, we just talk about then through the whole chapter. I'm not reading like a sentence by sentence. But when you read it, you will find out Abraham, he used a strategy. Yes, I'm talking about strategy during the Sarah's death, and to purchase the land from a local, and for his descendants for long-term benefit. So from here we can see Jew, it's the business gene is deeply the business talent deeply in their gene. Also, we can see like the strategy. You apply the strategy. You have to use your action, act like something, and it's the timing very important. Timing. So it's all step by step. Let's just do it from sentence 3. So 2, yeah, chapter 2, yeah, because that time Abraham was weeping, right? Moan for Sarah and weeping over her. Moan and weeping over her, that's like basically you in front of the dead body and you cry, but not yelling loud, just like a sobbing, those kind of things, and you're so sad. Yeah, seems like Sarah is his sister, and they've been together for almost 100 years. So it is like it's a partner. You lost your one part of your life is when missing. But is Abraham is that kind of character? Does he really care about the Sarah? I don't know, but at least from the next sentence, it will show he will use the dead body. He will use the ceremony of the death so well. So that's they will apply. He will apply the strategy every moment. So the first strategy is I'm sad. I'm very sad. And you see older people, right? Sad, crying, not dramatic crying. You weeping. You're weeping. You kind of low voice. You're weeping, and you have a tear. Maybe you use onion or something, but you're weeping. Then you bring people into the mode. The mode is what? The sympathy. That's sad. You take away things from people. Okay, you just tell people, I'm in a very bad mode. I'm sad. So whatever I do, whatever I say, you will give me like some kind of yes, no, because what? That's the sympathy for human being. Yeah. So Abraham rose from beside his death, right? The dead wife, and spoke to Hittites. He said, I'm an alien and a stranger among you. Sell me some property to bury Sai. Here I can bury my dead. Firstly, he used the moment. Then secondly, he lowered himself. It's untrue. He is not stranger and he is not alien since he has been this land for so long. So why he still humble himself, put himself in a very low position? Because when you put yourself in a very low position, people guard down. You know, when people is expecting, okay, yeah, something, maybe he will ask something or some kind of, because when people pass away, maybe they have some kind of very unreasonable request or something, maybe possible, right? But at this moment, Abraham put him in a very low position. I'm an alien, I'm a stranger, right? And I just need to buy. At the very far beginning, he put the concept, the word buy a land. Buy is a contract. You made a deal, and the book done. You know, you can't just change it. So buy a land to bury the dead, right? And what the Hittites answer to Abraham? Said, sir, it's very respectful, okay, very respectful way. You are a mighty prince among us. So actually, Abraham gained the famous, gained the notarized, the famer, everything, power or land, everything in that area, Canaan area, right? So people call him what? Prince. What means a prince? Not necessarily a son of the king, because that time the king is like it's easy to be a king actually. It's a kind of governor or something, but a lot of like a powerful executive person. They manage the tribes, manage the city, whatever. People could call them prince because they have the capability to take of the what? The air, take of the power. If the king just deceased, they have the capability. So prince is the one who execute the king's order, and they have their own like power. So Abraham at this moment, he's very powerful, but people recognize his power. And when he's so humble, oh, I'm a stranger, I'm an alien, people say, no, you are powerful princess, right? And you have the rights. You have the rights to do whatever, because pick up the best property, okay? The best property you get to bury your dead. So basically we just like this, your request or your buying those kind of requests is, no need to, because you have the authority, you have the power, you have all the what? You have all the rights to do whatever over this land because you are the prince, right? Yeah, chapter 23, actually, I think is a little extra stuff, but this extra stuff actually proves what my hypothesis is correct. Firstly, I have to say this. I have to agree that part. A lot of predator always act like what? Prey, right? So a lot of like a wolf dressed like a rabbit. That's exactly Abraham does. Another thing is, the whole thing remind me the movie Godfather. I don't know if anyone see Godfather before. It's a pretty old movie. There is a very famous actor. His name is Marlon Brando, right? Brando. Yeah, and it's pretty good. Tony, act like really weak, really soft, really nice people. And you know what? Exactly just matches the way Abraham played and Godfather does. Godfather, he sent his son Tony, right? The jumping, the hopping kids, like to charge everything. But this kid is the one, the decoy, to be killed eventually. And the real chess, the real pawn, he was hiding is Michael, right? And the smart kids is behind it. That's the one really finally take over. I think it's possible, like that's the ways he tried to, he think the importance of Isaac. So, he told Hades, hey, my son, whatever son the name is, I never saw the son before, the son will be in charge of this. So he put this son on the front stage. All the questions, everything goes to that son. But you know what? The true protection is for Isaac. Yeah. Also, another thing I think we should have noticed, I always say there's 3 criteria: God, fallen angel, and and the earth, right? In this chapter, I believe, firstly, Abraham, he's not dumb, right? He do notice God's like a promise changed. Hey, from you became the king, you became the greatest, to what? To you will have the land or something, and your offspring will take over. Then eventually you will become father of something. It's a drifting away. So, do you think he get pissed off? Yeah. Do you think he get disappointed? Yes. And after he tried to sacrifice his son, and 10 years later, nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. So, definitely Abraham will use his own, make own decision, right? That's what I believe. So, when Sarah died, Abraham, his strategy is, purchase the land. I kind of like make a wedge. What should I say? It's kind of, you play the chess, you play the gold chess. You put the one chess in the enemy land or somewhere, put it in there that's marked. And he even tried to purchase it, tried to buy it. He emphasized it as buy. So that's the legal. So the contract will be protected. Yeah, will be protected. So it's interesting. And who give him that idea? Well, do you supposed to listen God's words, pray, whatever? No. Who give his idea to purchase this land from Hades and try to get everything? I think because he get pissed off. So you know what? He disappointed. So at this moment, fallen angel easily just tell him, do this, right? And what about the earth can do? The land he selected, it's I think is called the cave of Malkafi something. I think that's the Sarah's tomb, right? In the modern day, it's in the Palestine area. So it became an argument. The argument of my ancestors in your land, and it's supposed to like the argument between Jerusalem and Haifa, those kind of cities. So it creates argument. Never get a peaceful treat between each other. That's another issue. Also, you know what? He tried to make a deal with Hades. Yes, Hades. His contract will not last forever. Why? Because he's at that moment, Abraham think Hades is a very strong, very, very strong nation and a lot of strong tribe. But you know what? Eventually Hades, they disappeared in history. They just gone. No more Hades left. So all your contract, all your treaty, all the whatever you made it is go vanish. Go nothing. Nobody give any about those Hades things, because what? Nobody can prove, right? Nobody can back up. So it's very interesting story if we keep reading deep. And also I also find out why Abraham wants another son, some kind of son, to the front stage. One is the hypothesis to protect Isaac, or try to put the true movement behind. But also another thing is, what if Isaac, he's in deep depression, and Isaac really has no ambition, cannot do anything. Basically, Isaac just totally just go lay down, just lay down, lay back. That's it. The total lay back. That's it. I'm done. Yeah, you don't trust me, and the mom died, and I'm just start my easy life. That's it. That's I think Isaac may just like the childhood trauma, yeah, caused him. That's the way. That's I see the story. Yesterday, I made a mistake about the person Abraham asked for. I think it's not his son. It's another local person, Zora's son, Ephraim. Yeah, he asked this kid to sell the land to him. But in here, I still believe all Abraham, his movement are step by step calculated. Why? Because when he was sad, and he has the right to get all land he wanted, but why he still wants to purchase? Why? I think he wants to find some good location for his tribes. For example, he actually, at the previous chapter we talked about, he used sheep, something traded the whale, right, with the kings, because they had argument. And here, same thing, the land he's talk about to bury Sarah, actually based on the location, and the after that, it is a good land. It has a lot of trees, and it has waters, so that's a good land to make a settlement, right? And when people say you are the princess of this land, which means you can get any land, no, it's not. The reason is that he can, but he wanted it more documentalized, more legalized. He wanted to it's not just by the verbal he doesn't believe it. I highly believe Abraham doesn't believe the verbal things, so he wants to make it as a deal, because he has been screwed up so many times. You think about, God told him verbally 4 times, right? Change. So he wants to make it. He still insists to purchase. Also think about why he is calculated. Because firstly, when those elders, they talk about daily talking, right? Daily talking in front of the city gate, something. What they talk about? Oh yeah, someone's son is so good, someone's son is so dumb. Yeah, someone's sheep had made 24 little goats, whatever, something. Just those kind of things. Abraham gained all the information. He gained all the information, and he profiled the person, Zora's son, like youth Ephraim too. He said, okay, this is the one has a vulnerable. Why? Because this one's greedy. He got his mind, and this one's little like a hypocrite. So when Abraham did the research for the area, okay, this land belonged to them. This is the land I want, right? So he's not just say, okay, I want to purchase the whole land, because when you want to purchase the whole land, people know your intention already, so they might not agree, or they just yeah, can you go somewhere else? You get rejected, right? So he said, what about this? Can I get the corner of the land, a cave? I just wanted this, enough. Very humbly, I can purchase so small money. But you know what? Actually, when you have a tomb in your land, do you think the land's still usable? It's wasted. Basically, it became a cemetery, right? So either you get the whole land, or either you not get land. Also, when he get a corner of the land. The rest of the land, the Zora's son Ephraim, he still need to pay the tax. He still need to like a response for everything produced on this land, because what? Legally, this land belonged to him. So he need to, but this land since became a junk land, what's the purpose to have it? So Abraham used this strategy to made the Ephraim say, okay, yeah, I give you the whole thing. I will give you the whole thing. But you know what? Do you think like it's a good way to take advantage from kids? No, it's not. But Ephraim basically is the way is like, well, I don't think you want to take advantage from me, but I gave you this land. So basically, it's a back mind battle between there. And Abraham at this moment he already prepared the money. So he said, okay, what about 400 shekels? 400 shekel. It's a pretty much not a lot of money, but it's a good money. The reason is Sarah, she sleep with another king, right? Another king, and the king give her 1,000 shekels to cover her shame, something. So in that time, a slave probably only 20-30 shekels. So that's a lot. You got like a 30 slaves. That's a lot of money. And Abraham is rich, but he's prepared those money. So he knew this guy well. He profiled the guy. So he just knew what possible price he might agree and what possible price he will not suffer too much loss, right? So it's a 400 shekels. It's about how much? It's about like a 8 kilogram. It's about 8 kilogram, 20 pounds, about 20 pounds, about 20. I think it's about 20 pounds. And those silver coin or those currency, about 20 pounds. They're pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. And he already prepared in the tents or somewhere close before the guy changes his mind. So once the guy like say, okay, yeah, let's do it, he just asked people to bring the money. He has prepared the money. So just read the sentence carefully. Abraham he carefully planned everything step by step. He used the dead body. No. Firstly, he did the reconnaissance. He know which land is good for me, which land. He probably thought about a long time ago. The whole territory, Canaan territory, where has the well, where has the trees, what's the best to like make a settlement to in future development. He already knew it. So at this moment, when people say, okay, you can pick anyone you want, whatever, he just said, okay, this land. And I think this land belongs to whoever. He did all the research. Already, and he prepared the money, and he's acting, bring people into the mode. People cannot reject his offering. That's a really, really bad guy. Yeah. So I think that's when you deal with like a Jews, it's in their gene. Yeah, from now on, I may like speed up my commentary, because a man gave a birth to a child named 3 years of a horror. I think like right now it's almost 2 years, and I only reached half. So I think the rest half, I might like give a little speed up. Same thing. It's like this. When you were a child, right? When you were a child, well, your baby, who give you food? Your grandma, your parents, right? They munch, they chew the food. It's a metaphor, just like make it soft, it's a little bit like gross, but you know what? You eat it, and you grow. When you grow up a little bit, you just eat your own food, right? You don't have to like read the word by word, and you read your own word. Yeah. Then more, you can cook a little bit. And you might just raise the question that it doesn't taste that good, or someone's food is better. You have your own opinion. When you even older, or when you have your own family, you be a cooker, or you cook for your family. You have your own style. You have own favor. It made it, as I say, I would say like a John philosophy, Mary philosophy, or like a scrosophy, whatever, right? You have your own style. You have your own understanding. So everyone needs a process to be grow and to grow faster and faster. And I realize, no, actually, I might still keep that speed, because even I received the words from the vision. In the vision, talk about a man gave a child, named it 3 years of a horror. That's just my explanation, my understanding, but I don't want it to try to fit the time scale and try to just give up my standard. Yeah, I probably still keep the same thing I try to do. And you know what? I think maybe when it reached the 3 years mark, I still will give a child give birth to a child named 3 years of a horror. That's what I understand. Is it to lie and selfish normal? Is it to commit killing? Yeah, it's if it is survival mode. So what we talk about is Abraham. He lies, he's selfish, he killed, right? He's a parrot. But why? Why God still put him in such long story? The whole story, like from chapter 12 to chapter 25, 20, 24, 25. Yeah, it talk about the whole life. So it's interesting, since Bible is God's breeze, right? Which means God wants you to know Abraham, wants you to see what kind of people he will tolerate, he will accept. Abraham is the father of a faith. So what about faith? What is a faith? Because in here, I see he lied to people. He cheats so many times to the kings, and he even used the dead body, his wife, to gain the final benefit. So those kind of sneaky people, I totally despise, But God still like quote. You see in the Bible, Abraham, his words, right, quoted exactly what he said. So he's real. He's real. God repeat what he said. God wants you to understand from the ways why God pick up him. Why God pick up Abraham? Did Abraham disobey God? Sort of. Not 100%, because he's not 100% follow God. When God said, okay, Canaan is the place you will, I gave to you, I bless, whatever. He actually didn't like firmly stay in there. He actually went to Egypt, right? And when Lot wants move, he gave the word to Lot, okay, if we separate, you go west, I go east, you go east, I go west. So if Lot picked the land, the Canaan, then Abraham definitely, he has to go east, go to the Gomorrah and the Sodom. So did he stay with Sarah? No, he got the second wife. No, actually, he got a third wife after Sarah passed away. So he got a third wife. Did he really good at about his kids? Isaac? No, he's not. Yeah. So why God still put him the name, or we make him entitled to face father of a faith? It's interesting. So I think faith has nothing to do with your character or your job. Well, if you are a thief, can you have a faith towards God? Yes, you definitely, because thief is your job, right? The crime you committed at this moment has nothing to do with you believe God. Before the Ten Commandments, you shall not steal, shall not kill, whatever those things. So you know the existence. So you know the higher, what did they say? You're going to follow, or you will grip on that words. So your job has nothing to do. If you commit adultery, do you still have faith? Yes, I think so. Because even the sense of adultery chewing your heart make you sleepless every night, but it's nothing against you still have the faith with God. But as we say, faith, if you just believe, it's the first level of a belief. First level of belief. Because kind of like I need a breeze, I need air, I know air is good. So I have the faith of the air. Then when you learn the words, learn the commitment, 10 commandments, those things, you know what is good, what is bad for yourself, for the people around you, right? And after that, you get a waterboarding, you get a suffocate from a lack of oxygen. You know, okay, I try to stay away from the danger zone, stay away from the situation. So you have the total face of air. Then after maybe reach my stage, I found out that maybe oxygen air or some breathing device, you can do it under the water. You don't need like a traditional method air to breathe. So, but that's beyond my metaphor is not 100% correct. But still, like I think Abraham he's trying his life hard to follow God's word, to stay in the Canaan, he give up all he can, even he lie, even he give up his wife, even he never really made a country, a nation, whatever, but he like a nail poke in that area. What he does is he purchased the cave, right, to bury Sarah. That's a nail because he has a contract. He has a people's body in there that made his tribe has a solid mark. I own this land. He purchased the whale. He made an agreement and purchased. Actually, do purchase. It's a contract between him and those kings. So I own this land. I own this whale. So my people has the right to survive here. So he is step by step do it. Even he may not 100% follow, but he did it daily progress. I highly believe, highly believe. So faith is not necessarily you say I have faith. Faith is not necessarily you showed you have so much passion or singing hallelujah every moment. Faith, I think, is you hold the words. Maybe you zigzag a little left, a little right, little zig left, right, you fall down, you get up, you keep moving forward. That's called a faith. Because you know the pool is in front of you. I always remember when I was a kid, my father told me, some people, they talk a lot, like a waterfall, right? A lot of waterfall, they talk like the long wind. But the real value actually less than one action, the size like a dew. You know, like a mountain dew, the morning dew, how small the dew is. But when you take action, like a dew, make a difference. So I believe Abraham, from the moment he crossed the river, he started to move, and he moved to Egypt, the zigzag little bit, moved back, zigzag, but he still tried to hold on the land. When he talked to Lot, tried to separate it, he still hold on the land. He didn't move to other place, right? And even after Sodom, he's scared. He moved south a little bit, but still were in that place. He's still wandering around, kind of like a wild dog, like an old dog, like wandering around your old home. You know, it's just never leave. Wow, that's a good metaphor. Yeah, old dog wandering around your old home. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. That's my understanding of Abraham. Now we back to Sarah's story. Sarah took like a lot of chapters also. And in here, I believe Sarah is the only woman God, quote, okay, use the word beautiful twice to describe her. In Bible, there are a couple women, Ruth, Mary, or those other women, right? Martha, but no, God didn't say they're beautiful, didn't. Also, when God described Sarah beautiful, it's not only from one side. It's from Pharaoh, right? From Egypt, the king of Egypt, and from From another king of a local Canaan. So from different people, different race, different culture background, they all think Sarah beautiful. That made me think, okay, what made Sarah so unique, and even God say she's beautiful? Think about it, like if, just for example, there is apple, there is apple, there is orange, right? You can say I have apple, you have orange, right? Well, it's a fact, right? So there is women. There is one woman in Egypt. There is one woman in Canaan. So both women, right? And you can say my orange tastes good. Okay, that means what? I have a beautiful woman. That's fine. But you cannot say my orange tastes better than your apple. Neither other party, you cannot say my apple tastes better than your orange, right? It's an opinion. But what if both sides all agree she's beautiful? Sarah is beautiful. That means it is beautiful. It's something very unique things. So what made her beautiful? Kind of like you think like Sharon Stone, Judy Foster, or something. Some people think they're beautiful. Some people think big mouth. I don't like it. Whatever. You always have someone say no. But both king, okay, they have been seeing so many beautiful girls, beautiful women, but they still believe the older lady, semi-older lady, Sarah is beautiful. So she gotta be something different. You realize the word different, unique, right? And we, at the beginning, the criteria of the God or the heavens to create the world, to everything is what? Sequence, differentiate everything. So I highly believe Sarah has a very unique looking. Well, it's maybe her hair color, maybe her eye color, maybe her skin color, maybe her shape, whatever. She's so unique, so separates her from the local women, from the Egyptian women. And you basically, everybody consider Audrey Hepburn is beautiful, right? Everybody thinks she's a queen. So that's the way Sarah carries such a strong gene, such good gene, and all party wants to sleep with her. Why all party wants to sleep with her? How to make yourself different than everybody else? I wear different brand name. I wear Tory Burch. You only use Kate Spade. I'm different than you. I use Hermes, right? It's higher, right? You are lower. I eat caviar. No, I eat caviar only from somewhere. I eat caviar with gold or something, right? Make a difference. I have a beautiful wife. Yeah. I have a celebrity as a wife. You know what? I have models. Well, I play with all kinds of models. Make you so different. So the people try to define their class, define the difference, define their power, to claim something, make them so different than everybody else. And one way to claim their power is sleep with someone, to occupy somebody, right? That's claim there was sovereignty. I claim I have it. Then that's the reason. Explain why Pharaoh wants to sleep with Sarah, king wants to sleep with Sarah. But because the apple doesn't really taste that good, because she's old, right? Even they satisfy the exotic feeling. I have slept with the most beautiful, different women, but she's old. So, they use some kind of reason, say, okay, yeah, why don't you let me know she's your wife? Well, my family get sick or something. Some kind of curse, unexplainable, heavenly reason, right? Mystery reason to cut off the relation, so they can make a hand clean. Same thing, another king. Oh yeah, all my family sick. What about the three-party gods and fallen angel and the earth work in this kind of story? Earth, they expanded, they enlarge the difference, or they make some kind of food, make those kind of kings feel strong urge. I want it. Hispanic fly, right? Spanish fly, something made those blue pills, made those kings. I want it, strongly want it. And also fallen angel. What a fallen angel can do in this part, they just enlarge, expand those emotion. I want it. I want to have it. That's the right way to make me feel like I'm so powerful. I had a beautiful lady from different place. That's emotionally. The thoughts expanded. So one is physically, one is emotionally. And what God to do? God can't do anything. God cannot really do much things. Only thing God can do is after. Because it has, I think it has like a timely or space related limitation. So that's what I say. Heaven, they cannot respond our events simultaneously, real time. You can see a lot of God response later, but God can use a messenger, send the messenger, stop Abraham, the knife cut down, or send the messenger to get the lady crying, the Hagar in the desert or something. So I'd rather say God has a limit. It has time and space. It has to, if God wants to do something, really do something, he needs to cross the time and the space. I still think there is territory between God, between fallen angel, and between earth. They occupy each parts, and they have own power. It's very interesting. Yeah, from Sarah's story. Anyway, I still highly believe Sarah's gene is so unique and really carries God's gene or truly God's intention. So that's the helper. That's the real like a God divine design. Women is really divine design, and Adam at the beginning, I think, is the two. Not at the beginning, not really wants Adam to populate. That's what I think. That's it.